Hi, everyone. I'm Deanne Castro, Creative Memories Advisor from Bakersfield, California. And today I'm going to show you how to make a border using the Creative Memories Our Moments paper pack. So here we go. We will get started. This is the border, and it's using the Creative Memories Infinity Heart Punch. And it's using the Creative Memories Flourish Vine punch. That's a border maker cartridge. And I'll show you how to use both of those today. It's also using the Our Moments paper pack. And I love these papers. They are so pretty and kind of inspired this border. So it also has a set of stickers in the collection. It also has this laser cut embellishment pack. And these are so pretty. I love them. Then it also has an embellishment pack that I'm going to be using a few items out of as well. So here's the embellishment pack right here. All right. So we can get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to punch two pieces using the Infinity Heart punch. Now, I'm going to put this up here so you guys can see this. I used some red paper, and then I used one with the black paper, and then I layered it. Okay, so I'm going to do that right now. Here's our punch, and you open it up, pressing that button in the back, and I'm going to put the paper in, and I'm going to line it up with this black line right here. There's one over on this side as well. And it just depends which line you're going to use by which way you're going to be sliding the paper through the punch. So I'm going to be sliding it to the left. So I'm going to put the paper in using this side right here. I'm going to pull these out of the way for now. Okay. So I'm going to line the paper up at that black line. And I'm going to push the paper all the way to the back over here. And then I'm going to make my first punch. And then I'm going to slide it through. And I'm going to match up these blue lines on this side with the piece that I just cut to where all of the blue is covered completely. And that way I know that I've got it set right, ready for the next punch. Then I'm also going to make sure this is straight on the back again as well. Okay, that one. This particular punch also has a little arrow here on the bottom. I'll lift this up so you can see it. See this arrow right here on the bottom? That also helps you line up the paper as you pull it through. So I'm going to put this back in here. And then again, line the paper up, covering all those blue spots of the pattern and checking to make sure the arrow is in the right spot. And that way I know I'm good where it is. So I'll do that a couple more times, finishing up this 12-inch piece of paper. Okay, and I'm done with that one. So I'm going to set this aside while I punch the black one. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put this in here, line it up with the left black line, and punch. And slide it through. And slide it through. And one more. Let's see, move it up there. Okay, now we're done with that. So I've got these two pieces, and I'm just going to set them off to the side for a minute, and I'll take care of them in a minute, put them on there. Okay, the next piece I'm going to use, I'm going to cut with our 12-inch wavy border. So I'm going to set that punch out of the way, and I'm going to use this paper. Now I've already cut one side of it, but there's two different swell areas on here. Okay, this one I'm going to want to put this particular swell where it's wide on the top, narrows here, wides in the middle, narrows and wides here on the bottom. So to do that, I'm going to have to start over on the other side, and I'm going to cut this one here. So I'm going to put the paper in, and I'm going to put it just at the edge of where it's going to actually cut this piece, because I don't need a whole lot. But then I'm going to center it. I'm going to bring it down one set of boxes from the top here and bring it up one set of boxes on the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see this. See, I'm going to center it. So I'm going to move it up here, and I'm going to do the same thing from the top. See where it's down from that one set of boxes? So if I center it on here, doing it with both cuts, it's going to make it even and look the same. Now I don't have to cut a whole lot off of this particular section, so I'm just going to trim it briefly, just a little bit. I'm going to use this one, so I'm going to be using this blade. Make sure it's cut all the way through. Okay. Now I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to set it up at the 2-inch line. So see here, there's the 2-inch mark right there. So I'm going to put it on the 2. Again, I'm going to center it right in between these boxes on the top and on the bottom here. Make sure it's straight. Move that over a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to use this one again. Let's see how the paper came off. And now I'll have this centerpiece the way I want it. Okay. Next, I'm going to use the black piece, and I'm just going to cut a straight 12-inch border at 2 1/4 inches. Now I'm going to use my other trimmer, my regular 12-inch trimmer for this. Okay. So I'm going to put my paper in. I'm going to move it to 2 1/4 inches right here. See this 2 1/4 right there? I'm going to line it up on that line. And cut it. Okay, so now I'm done with that one. And I'm done with this trimmer. Now for the last piece, I'm going to use this paper. And this is going to be cutting that very outside border on each side of these right here. Okay, so I'm going to use the border maker cartridge that I talked about. This is called the Flourish Vine, and it is actually on While Supplies Last right now. So if you don't have this, all you need is something that's going to, when you cut it, is going to stay on the paper. So it's not going to be a chain. It's not going to say chain in the title, but it's going to stay attached to the paper when you cut it. And I'm going to cut one, measure it, cut the other one, so then I can use the entire piece on the back. So I'm going to put the cartridge in the handset here. And I'm going to get this piece of the cutting system. And these trimmers don't want to stay in place. Okay, so there's this guide here that's on the bottom. I'm going to pull it out, and then I'm going to put it in here. I'm going to open this up, slide the paper in, and I'm going to have it slide all the way to the edge of this tray. Put this down. There's a magnet that's going to hold this paper in place. And then I'm going to put the tray back underneath and set it down. Now I'm going to line up this mark on this cutter with this mark on this piece holding the paper right here. So I'm going to slide the paper in here and punch. I'm going to pull it out and move it down to the next mark, matching up the two next marks. And then I'm going to continue that all the way down the side of the paper. Okay. Move this out of the way. Now I'm going to get my trimmer out, and I'm going to cut this now at 3 inches. I'm going to take it out of here. And I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. Make this that way. So it's just where the very top part of this Flourish Vine comes to that 3-inch line. And I'm going to trim it. Okay, done with that. Done with this. And now I'm going to put this back in here. Again, pull the tray out. Lift this to slide the paper underneath and slide it all the way over. Now, this does cover the actual magnet. The piece of paper covers the magnet. So I don't have to worry about the paper sliding around. If I was using something that was shorter, that didn't come up to that magnet, I would just use some regular 3x3 Post-it notes, put it on the paper to hold it in place, and then go ahead and trim again per usual. But since it's already long enough to fit back on that magnet, I don't have to worry about it as much. Okay, I'm going to take this off. Pull this out. So now I'm done with all the trimming, and we can assemble the border. So first I'm going to take this 2 1/4 inch piece, and I'm going to adhere it to the center. I just want to stay there. Stay. Of this Flourish Vine piece that I cut. See that very well, can you? It kind of blends in. Here we go. How's that? So now I'm going to center it on this piece of paper so that just parts of the outside of that Flourish Vine is showing through. Put this up a little bit. Okay, adhere it down. Next, I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to adhere it down to the middle of that black piece. You don't need a lot of adhesive. This Creative Memories tape runner is very strong. and it will hold your photos and your border pieces, all of your paper and everything together really well with just a little bit, so you don't need a whole lot. I'm going to center this on here, adhere it down. Now I'm going to take these two pieces. Now I'm going to use my repositionable adhesive. This is just little pieces of double-sided tape, and I'm going to put it on this piece here because it's a lot more delicate, as you can just see. It also has lots of pattern to it, and our regular adhesive tape runner would show through using this. So I'm just going to set it down here like this. And I'm just going to overlap it on the black piece just by a little, just so that some of the black shows, but not a whole lot. Just gives it a little bit of dimension. Okay, sometimes the punches don't punch super well, so you can just trim the little piece with your scissors to get it to look right. Okay, so see how that's layered just a little bit on there? Just gives it a little bit of just dimension to it. Now I'm going to do the same thing using the repositionable adhesive. Put it on the black piece that I had, and then I'm going to adhere this down to the border. Again, just right down the center. Okay, there's the whole base of this border now that's done. But I'm going to add a few little embellishments to it. So I had pulled a few things out of the embellishment pack that I liked, and I thought this was so pretty. So I'm just going to add this to the middle of the border. I could put it on foam scores if I want, which I think I am going to do. Let me get those foam scores. Just pops it up just a little bit. I'm going to put this right in the middle of this border. Okay. Now these particular embellishments also come with these really pretty jewels in them. So lots of different colors and stuff. And so you can use some of these. And I'm going to put this little together embellishment on here too. So since I popped this one up, I think I'm going to pop this one up with some foam squares. These are littler. I think I'm going to cut this one in half. It's a little big for that section that I'm going to put it in. This piece right up here, and that'll be good. Take the paper off the top. And add it here. Then I'm going to take a few pieces of these and I'm going to add them to this border. I think it's going to look really pretty. Just add some sparkle to it. I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to put it on the bottom. Okay, there you go. There's the border. We're all done. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Put you back over here. I appreciate you guys watching. I love making these borders. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. You can also find me on Facebook at Scrapbooking with Deanne. And if you have an advisor and you like these different products, please feel free to get a hold of her and order these products from her. I'm sure she would be thrilled to do that. But if you don't have an advisor, I would be happy to help you out. You can message me, or you can go to my website, which is right here at the bottom of the screen. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you like this video. And I will talk to you next time. Thanks. Bye.